Good evening, everyone. We'll start shortly. All right, so welcome all in our weekly webinar, Market Masterclass with Religare. So, in this webinar, we talk about the market performance during the week, followed by our view, means how you should plan your strategies for the next week for both Nifty Banking Index, sectors to focus on, stocks to watch. Everything will cover in next 20 minutes, followed by the Q&A session. So, in case if you have any questions related to any particular sector, theme, even stocks, but if the time allows, we usually refrain from stock specific queries because otherwise the session is not going to end on time. So we expect this session to end in next 30 minutes so that we have some meaningful takeaways from this session. So initial 20 minutes, like I've said, we'll talk about the overall strategy, 10 minutes Q&A. सो आप सभी का स्वागत है हमारे इस वीकली वेबिनार में। और इस वेबिनार में बेसिकली किस तरीके से डिवाइडेड है, इनिशियल जो 20 मिनट है वो मार्केट के बारे में बात होगा, किस तरीके से प्लान करना है नेक्स्ट वीक को, और लास्ट के 10 मिनट में करीब क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स, जो भी आपके सवाल मार्केट से रिलेटेड हैं वो आप पूछ सकते हैं ड्यूरिंग द Q&A। स्टॉक स्पेसिफिक क्वेरीज अवॉइड करके सेक्टर स्पेसिफिक पूछेंगे तो कहीं ना कहीं आपको अपने सवालों के जवाब मिल जाएंगे and it will be beneficial for the larger audience, सबके लिए ही benefit करेगा। So let's start without much delay now. So first, a disclaimer that the information which we are going to share now is basically the observation that we have on markets based on our studies. It's not a trading or investment recommendations. So before making any decision based on the information shared, please check with your financial advisor. So this is the snapshot for the entire week, how markets performed. So if somebody have missed the action by any chance, so this is the entire snippet excluding the broader indices, means mid cap and small cap, but largely it covers everything. Means talking about the benchmark indices first, 0.5% gain for both Nifty and Sensex, new record high for both, and third week of consecutive rise. Sectorally, pharma, metal, media, banking, IT, top 5 gainers, energy and reality ended on a flattish to negative note. Gainers, top 5 gainers, we have Hindalco topping the list, followed by Shriram Finance, Techem, Bajaj Finance, and Sun Pharma. So mixed of names from across sectors. Losing side, Adani Enterprise, Bharti, Power Grid, SBI Life, and Trent. The trend has been maintaining this negative tone. The rest of the counters is normal consolidation or profit taking. So basically देखिए, ये हफ्ता तीसरा हफ्ता था लगातार मार्केट के ऊपर जाने का, और जैसे कि हमने पहले भी वेबिनार में बात की थी कि रिकॉर्ड हाईज एक फॉर्मेलिटी रह गया था, बिकॉज आप जब 26,100 के पास आ जाते हैं और 26,270 का हाई है तो उतना 1% का मूव इज नॉट अ बिग डील। तो फाइनली हो गया, इस हफ्ते हमने एक नया रिकॉर्ड हाई बनते हुए देखा इंडेक्स में, करीब 300 पार तक के लेवल, 26,300 का, और करीब 86,100 के लेवल्स करीब करीब सेंसेक्स में। तो तीसरा हफ्ता लगातार तेजी का था, करीब 0.5% के गेन दोनों ही इंडाइसेस में। सेक्टोरली ज्यादातर सारे पॉजिटिव साइड पे बंद हुए एक्सेप्ट एनर्जी और रियलिटी। गेनर्स लूजर्स वो भी आपकी स्क्रीन पर हैं, तो मिक्स्ड नाम है। यहाँ पे केवल एक नाम जो कि कंसिस्टेंट है वो है ट्रेंड का, जहाँ पे कि प्रॉफिट टेकिंग कंटिन्यू हो रही है, डिक्लाइन कंटिन्यू हो रहा है, कोई भी रिस्पाइट नहीं है, राइट। So this is the snapshot. Now let's talk about the real action, how we are anticipating. So till last week we were discussing Nifty through the daily graph. Now the time has changed because we are at the record highs. Now we need to see how far we can think of when it comes to the level going ahead. So this is the weekly graph of Nifty 50, and as you can see, this was the time basically where we made a new record, previous record high, and this time around we surpassed this level. What next? So it's slightly painted. I should have used some different color. So anyways, 26, 500, 540. As per the projection technique, 26,500 is the next target area that we are seeing in Nifty, and then probably around 27,000 mark. It's not a guesswork, it's basically basis the overall move followed by the retracement. So how much power we can see from the current area, current level is something that this study projects. So 26,500 to 26,500 to 27,000 zone is what the indications are that now we are approaching towards that zone. Downside, the first line of defense, the 20 EMA, has now shifted from 25,800 to 25,900. So that will be the first area of defense. Major means, of course, we have multiple supports prior to that also, but when it comes to weekly view, it's not a single day view. For the entire week, we are basically planning, right? So 25,900 and then 25,700. These are the two key areas to watch out for in case if market witnesses any profit taking. Look for buying opportunity as long as we are maintaining above 25,900 mark. तो देखिए, सिंपल नए रिकॉर्ड हाई बनने के बाद कंसोलिडेशन होना मार्केट में लाजमी है, जो कि नॉर्मली होता है. तो 2 दिनों से हम वो भी देख रहे हैं कि कल के सेशन में जैसे हाई बन गया था, उसके बाद एक कंसोलिडेशन का टोन, आज का दिन भी वैसे ही रहा था. तो हो सकता है कि एक आध दिन आपको और दिखे, बट 26,500 तक के लेवल्स एंटिसिपेटेड है कि नियर टर्म में आपको देखने को मिल जाए इंडेक्स में, निफ्टी में, राइट. वो ब्रेक होगा तो फिर 27,000 तक के लेवल्स की हम बात करेंगे. ओब्वियसली कितना टाइम लगेगा, नोबडी नोज. नीचे पे क्या ध्यान रखना है, जो पहले 25,800 लास्ट वीक हमने बात की थी फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस, वो अब शिफ्ट हो गया 25,900 पे. जब तक 25,900 होल्ड हो रहा है, इन शॉर्ट आपको बाय साइड की पोजीशंस ज्यादा देखनी है, इंडेक्स में भी और अदरवाइज, राइट. क्या ध्यान रखना है, 25,900 को ध्यान रखना है. जब तक इसके ऊपर होल्ड हो रहे हैं, तब तक अपने को बाय ऑन डिप्स की अपॉर्चुनिटी देखनी है, राइट. Banking, so basically one sector which has been continuously contributing to the move, helping the market to maintain the positive bias, despite the mixed trend that we are seeing in the private banking majors, right. So banking index 60,000 के levels, आप सबको याद होगा कि इन्हीं levels, मतलब काफी टाइम से हम बेसिकली पॉजिटिव टोन बरकरार रखे हुए हैं, खासतौर से बैंकिंग इंडेक्स में. धीरे धीरे करते 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 हम 60,000 के लेवल पे आ चुके हैं बैंकिंग इंडेक्स में. सो व्हाट नेक्स्ट? सो दिस trend line, the upper band is around 6,500, 60,500, 60,600 zone. So this is what we are targeting as the next key hurdle, roughly around 700 to 800 points away from that current area, right. So this would be the first area of resistance, and in case if we manage to surpass, then probably 61,800 is something also the banking index can test. So tone looks positive. It's just that we are seeing mixed trend within the private banking majors. So it might also witness some consolidation, but overall the buoyancy is something which is continuing. Today it was the PSU banking names. So tone should be positive till when? Then 58,700. This yellow line, closer to the previous base, 58,700, 800 is the area. Until we break this mark, one should continue with buy on dips in banking as well, right. तो जैसे कि हमने निफ्टी की बात की भाई, कि जब 25,900 जब तक ब्रेक नहीं होता है, तब तक पॉजिटिव साइड पे देखना है. सेम बैंकिंग इंडेक्स में भी आपको वही फॉलो करना है. 58,700 जब तक ब्रेक नहीं होता है, तब तक पॉजिटिव साइड पे. यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रही है? प्रॉब्लम ये हो रही है कि प्राइवेट बैंकिंग मेजर्स में उस तरीके से मूव नहीं आ रहा है जिस तरीके से पीएसयूज में आया है. और ये शुरुआत से ही है, जब से कि बैंकिंग चलना शुरू हुआ है, तब से ही इस रैली में पीएसयू बैंक्स ने पॉजिटिवली सरप्राइज किया है. बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि उसके बावजूद ये चलता रहेगा ट्रेंड. ऑब्वियसली प्राइवेट बैंक का अगर पार्टिसिपेशन आ गया, तो फिर जो 60,600 की हम बात कर रहे हैं, उसको भी ब्रेक करके 61,800 वाली पॉसिबिलिटी भी बन सकती है. अभी क्या ध्यान रखना है, ज्यादा एग्रेसिव होने की जरूरत नहीं है मार्केट में, बिकॉज आप रिकॉर्ड हाई पे हैं. कभी भी प्रॉफिट टेकिंग, रिट्रेसमेंट, वो कभी भी हो सकता है. तो 58,700 को ध्यान रखना है बेसिकली. जैसे हमने 25,900 निफ्टी में बात की, वैसे 58,700 बैंकिंग इंडेक्स में. ये दो लेवल्स ध्यान रख के चलने हैं आपको नेक्स्ट वीक के लिए. जब तक इसके ऊपर है, तब तक चीजें ठीक है, राइट. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट स्टॉक्स. सो बेसिकली आफ्टर दिस रैली, and we are at the record highs, it becomes very critical to identify the stocks which offers fresh buying opportunity. And why I'm saying this, because if you talk about banking names, let's say SBI also, SBI made a new record high at 1,000 levels, and then we are seeing some profit taking. SBI is good, no doubt about it. But is it okay to enter SBI at any level? The answer is no. We need to see where it offers the best risk to reward. So it was around 800 mark, 820 mark, which was the zone where we saw the first sign of recovery in SBI, and since then it's been like a tremendous run. So now the focus should be on stocks which can potentially surprise the market positively, and CDSL is one such name. So as you can see on the chart itself, so what is range tightening? Basically, earlier you were seeing volatile swings in the stock, right? In this entire phase. Now it's been, decreasing. The momentum or the volatility has been decreasing. What could be the next course of action? It can break either side, right? It's not that it's definitely upside breakout. It can break either side, and it's going to be a strong move. Strong move means 5, 6%, 7%, 10% easily, right? So CDSL, in case if we manage to cross this hurdle of 1680, we are set for the upside move. In case if we break this zone around 1560, 1550 area decisively, we are set for decline also. So be very cautious. It's a very tricky trade, as in you should wait with a clear level in place. If it triggers a breakout or breakdown, basis that. तो बेसिकली देखिए, जैसे कि अभी के मार्केट में ना, जबकि मार्केट थोड़ा सा ओवर एक्सटेंडेड है, निफ्टी की मैं बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बहुत सारे पॉकेट्स हैं जहाँ पे कि अच्छी खासी सर्ज आ चुका है. तो यहाँ पे आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है स्टॉक को आइडेंटिफाई करना कि कहाँ पे फ्रेश पोजीशन बनाए. तो जहाँ पे रिस्क रिवॉर्ड सही मिले वहीं पे फ्रेश पोजीशन बनानी चाहिए. ये नहीं कि आप कहीं पे भी चलो भाग रहा है तो बीच में से चढ़ जाते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं तो उतर ही जाएंगे. वो सारी सिचुएशन में आपने देखा होगा कि ये भी, जस्ट फॉर द एग्जांपल, ओला में मूव आया था 40 से लेकर 70-75, और उसके बाद दोबारा से फिर वही लेवल्स. तो वो चीजें नहीं करनी होती है मार्केट में. आपको बिल्कुल क्लियरली कि मेरा इतना जाएगा, ये मेरा स्टॉप लॉस है, इतना मुझे आएगा जब ये अगर मूव आएगा तो इस तरीके का पोटेंशियल सीडीएसएल में दिख रहा है कि जहां से एक अच्छा मूव ऊपर या नीचे दोनों साइड का मिल सकता है. ऊपर कब मिलेगा? जब 1680 के लेवल ब्रेक हो जाएंगे. 1550 के नीचे नीचे का मूव मिल सकता है. एक डिसाइसिव डे का वेट करना है, तो यहाँ से एक स्ट्रॉन्ग मूव मिल सकता है सीडीएसएल में, इसको ध्यान रख सकते हैं. दूसरा नाम इंडस्टार. काफी लंबा कंसोलिडेशन इसमें भी हो गया है. सो एज यू कैन सी दैट आफ्टर अ स्ट्रॉन्ग डायरेक्शनल मूव फ्रॉम 140 to 420, it's been almost 1.5 years now that the stock has been experiencing consolidation. Now we are trading closer to the upper band of this range. So possibly, we may see further consolidation followed by the trend resumption. So basically, like what I've shared at the beginning, that it's very important to identify the right set of stocks now after this rally. So stocks which are fresh out of consolidation or indicating a sign is something that you should be focusing on, because here your risk reward is going to be favorable, much favorable than those who are already extended. So here 1410, 1420, 410, 420 is the zone basically where we have the immediate resistance. The moment we cross this, we are set for the next leg of the up move. Upside could be a new record higher, maybe higher, right? So जैसा कि हमने बात की कि ओवर एक्सटेंडेड स्टॉक्स को चेज ना करके जो कंसोलिडेशन में फ्रेश बाहर आ रहे हैं, स्ट्रेंथ भी है, मींस अपने रिकॉर्ड हाई से ज्यादा दूर भी नहीं है, 52 वीक हाई से ज्यादा दूर नहीं है, उन पे फोकस करें आप. तो ऐसा ही एक नाम है इंडस्टार का भी. अभी कंसोलिडेशन में है, बट इंडिकेशंस आ रहे हैं कि अब यहाँ से कंसोलिडेशन जल्दी ही एंड हो सकता है बेसिस दी प्राइस एक्शन. तो 420 के ऊपर कंफर्मेशन आ जाएगा. इस बीच में देखना है कि ये क्या दोबारा से 390-95 का जोन टेस्ट करता है क्या. मतलब जब तक 380 के ऊपर तब तक कोई ऐसा चैलेंज नहीं है, बट हाँ हो सकता है कि कंसोलिडेशन थोड़ा और एक्सटेंड हो जाता है। एक्यूमुलेशन की बेसिकली एक अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, जो कि थोड़ा सा टाइम लेके एक अच्छे डिसाइसिव ट्रेंड में घुसना चाहते हैं, राइट। लास्टली, it's not a daily or a weekly chart, it's a monthly chart for Motherson Sumi. So while the auto ancillary pack is volatile, and same hold true for Motherson also, that as you can see that after every up move we see a sharp retracement also. After forming a base around this 80-85 zone, it's gradually inching higher, and we anticipate after this consolidation range breakout that we have witnessed this week, we are gradually inching towards the record highs, right? So this is something also that you can keep on your radar for the long trades. So basically, जैसे हमने बात की कि पोजीशनिंग कहाँ पे अच्छी हो रही है, तो ये मंथली चार्ट पे अपना सुमी ने रिकवरी दिखाई और एक बेस बनाया, और अब वहां से तेजी के लिए ये तैयार है। तो ग्रेजुअली अब यहाँ से नए हाइस की तरफ ये बढ़ता हुआ नजर आ सकता है, तो इस पे भी आप फोकस कर सकते हैं फॉर द लॉन्ग ट्रेड्स। सो नेट नेट 25,900 निफ्टी में, एंड देख के ही बात करते हैं, ठीक है। 25,900, अभी हम 26,200 में, 25,900 इन द निफ्टी इंडेक्स, 57 58,700 बैंकिंग में। Two key areas to watch out for the next week. As long as we are maintaining above these levels, we are good for buy on dips opportunities. Stocks to focus: CDSL, Industar, Motherson. Sectors, of course, we can talk during the chat also. Obviously, we'll elaborate because mostly questions are around the same, so we can discuss during the Q&A. So this is all from the presentation part. So instead of raising hand, Sandeep ji, after this feedback poll, we can do the Q&A, start the Q&A. So just fill in your feedback first, and then we can start with the Q&A session. So कोई भी सवाल है आपका, जो Q&A बटन है, क्वेश्चन मार्क का एक बटन है आपकी स्क्रीन पे, उसको प्रेस करना है, अपने सवाल को लिखना है फीडबैक देने के बाद। फिर उसके बाद कोई भी चीजें रह जाएंगी, ऑब्वियसली विल ट्राई टू कवर। All right, so we are almost done. So let's start with Q&A. Okay. Okay, so first question from Mr. Santosh. Basically, shoe stocks, leather and shoe related stocks. So, except Metro, cause Bata, Liberty, most of these names are either continuing with a negative tone, or uh, there was hardly any traction. Metro also we have seen sharp decline, but it's not outrightly bearish. Let's see how we are placed. It's been months, I guess. Yeah, Metro is still holding comparatively stronger, means it is still closer to its record high. Then we have some of the other names like Mirza International. Not sure. Yes, Mirza International. So it's not also very decisive. So it's kind of like this sector. Usually during the winters we see strong traction, which is true, and at least for a shorter duration, it's very easy to see 15-20% kind of a gains in 2-3 months. So, but again, since it's cyclical in nature, especially the leather related counters, I would rather refrain from any aggressive bet. If you have any existing position, I feel beyond Metro is something which looks, majority of the counters look sideways to negative. So refrain from any aggressive bet in this sector as of now. Okay. most of the stock specific query. We'll come to the stock specific query. Let's answer the. Okay, so as Rajesh ji has asked about why Motherson Sumi, why not Sona Comstar. So it's purely on the basis of price action. I have nothing against any particular stock, means how they are placed fundamentally. We are seeing recovery or rebound Sonacom also, but sustainability trend that is more important for in a longer term to make money. So in current situation, Motherson Sumi looks comparatively much stronger than Sonacom if the view is shorter, means 3 months, 6 months, less than a year kind of a time horizon. Beyond that, of course, you should focus more on the numbers and the other aspects, right? So, okay, couple of more queries. Okay, Mr. Himantala Rao has a question on IT sector. So, IT is very sitting on a very critical area. Means after almost a year, now we have started seeing some sign of reversal. Earlier, we were seeing the rebounds every now and then, which used to fizzle out. But now, at least, we are seeing some decisive sign of reversal. So, possibly, yes, IT in the coming months can positively surprise, provided the global scenario remain conducive. So, again, it's a question mark. Nobody knows how it's going to be in next 3 to 6 months, because every now and then we hear something around AI bubble and all, and that derails the momentum in US markets also. Though we are service provider, we have nothing to do with the manufacturing part, and that's the reason why how the demand is going to pan out for the IT services is going to be the key critical area to watch out for in next 3 to 6 months. So yes, indications are favorable, but cautious approach is warranted, especially if you are planning any aggressive positioning. So hope it answers your query. Okay, more of stock specific queries. So let's take a couple of queries. Shivam has question on GMR Airport. GMR Airport, very strong move is something that the stock is experiencing at present. If I'm not wrong, we are at 52. Yes, we are 52-week high. In fact, we are inching towards the record highs as well. So everything looks positive. Indications means basis the recent consolidation closer to around 104, 102 is the immediate base. So that can be the area where you can consider maintaining your stop losses, with 118, 120 being the positional targets. Okay, DLF. Sandeep has this question. So reality as a pack is struggling, at critical levels. Means there was an attempt in the month of November itself, means at the beginning of the month, in the reality index, but it couldn't surpass the area. And that's why we are seeing profit taking or decline in some of these realty names. So for DLF, the top name 707, that's a make or break area, major support. In fact, the zone from where last time also we saw a rebound. So on multiple time frames, we have critical support at 707. So if you have by any chance any existing longs, that should be the stop. In case if it sees any rebound, 745 to 760 will be the area where it might face resistance. So around that area, you can consider reducing your position, provided means if you're on long side or short side. Okay, Jitendra has question on Bandhan and Bank of India. So both are diverse. Bandhan Bank outrightly bearish trend, no sign of recovery. So please refrain from any fresh long positions. If you have any, look for exiting on bounce बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, यस, आप कंटिन्यू कर सकते हो अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट को, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. PSUs means Bank of India is also aligned, but leaders are Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, SBI. Okay. See, Ola Electric, Swapnil, we've discussed, we just gave an example, means, right? Because everybody was chasing the stock at one point of time, and now we all know the situation, means with every passing day, it's drifting lower. Let me see. In fact, it's in trade to trade now, so that's why it's not reflecting on my screen just like that. Yes, at 52-week low. So I was not sure that whether we have again reached to 41 mark. So no point arguing with price. At one point of time when we were seeing that price was conducive, it was okay to take long position. The moment you see that, the positivity is fading and it's all stories, no results. So focus on numbers also in case if you are planning any turnaround story kind of. Here 39 is the previous low, is the support, the only support that we have. Beyond that, it's a new trajectory. So avoid any fresh long position. Existing position 39 is the only support. All right. Okay, Snehan shares this question. This market showing like 2018 markets, which only large cap 7 to 8 stock going up, other stocks are down. After that, 25% correction came in after. So Snehan has this very valid observation, because I was also seeing a similar trend in 2018. Bands what Snehan is sharing that 2018 के टाइम पे we were seeing large cap was dictating the trend, mid cap small cap में participation नहीं था, and after 2 years we all know what happened in 2020. Are we going to see the similar trend? So it's not see, obviously it's something new comes up, every time we talk about something or the other, that trade deal ये वो, जो भी मार्केट को पता है, मार्केट कभी भी उन चीजों की वजह से नहीं गिरता है. क्या वो सेम टाइम होगा कि सेम सिनेरियो होगा? Nobody knows, to be honest. What we can do, we can stay with what market is saying instead of what we want. हम चाहते हैं कि स्मॉल कैप चले क्योंकि वो हमारे पोर्टफोलियो में है. मार्केट में लोगों का इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है. जो DIAs का भी बाइंग आ रही है थ्रू म्यूचुअल फंड्स, वो अभी आ रहा है आपका लार्ज कैप में, लार्जर मिड कैप में. वहीं पे कंसिस्टेंसी दिख रही है. जब फ्लोज ही नहीं आ रहे हैं उस तरीके के, तो फिर स्टॉक्स कैसे आपके बढ़ेंगे? सो फोकस एरिया should be large cap, larger mid cap. जब small cap चलना शुरू होंगे, obviously you can start focusing on that. But अगर मेरा स्टॉक मैं स्मॉल कैप का लेके बैठा हूँ और इंडेक्स मेरा रिकॉर्ड हाई पे है, तो मुझे अच्छा लगेगा ही नहीं मार्केट. तो दिस इज द सिचुएशन फॉर I might be wrong, but more than 60-70% of the retail investors. So as of now, market is not focusing on price. It's focusing, it usually focus on quantity. प्राइस पे फोकस आना है एक यूफोरिया फेज में होता है, जो भी गिरा हुआ है ले लो, चल जाएगा. दिस इज नॉट द सिचुएशन राइट नाउ. अर्निंग्स को देखते हुए, ग्लोबल अनसर्टेनिटी को देखते हुए, केवल क्वालिटी पे ध्यान जा रहा है. सो दिस इज हाउ यू शुड पोजीशन योरसेल्फ. नोबडी नोज मार्केट कब घूमेगा, कब से करेक्शन आनी शुरू होगी, राइट? All right, so largely we have answered, I guess. Okay, couple of more queries. Chabir Das, yes, question IRIDA. So IRIDA, we are not seeing any sign of decisive rebound. Yes. So IRIDA, you may write down that until we break 158, 160, this kind of sideways negative grinding move would continue with support at 134, 135. सो ज्यादा नीचे भी नहीं है, ज्यादा ऊपर भी नहीं है. तो 130, 160 या 30 पॉइंट की रेंज में ही आपको रिटर्न नजर आएगा. जब तक कि ये एक साइड पे ब्रेक नहीं करता है, 160 को ब्रेक नहीं करता है, तब तक कुछ भी नहीं होगा इसमें. तो इसमें और ऐड करना और नुकसान को बढ़ना इज नॉट एट ऑल एडवाइजेबल. मदरसन वायरिंग, ओके. So here we are seeing a bit of a profit taking after this recent move, but tone looks still positive. So as long as it holds 43 mark, you should definitely stay put. Gradually, it can inch toward the record highs, means 50-52 also. Okay, so with this, we have answered all the queries and uh, we have ended the session also on time. So thank you everyone for joining in. Next